Welcome back to the September edition of the Surge Equestrian League. I'm Shruti Tamra.
And I'm Dhruv Futnani, and we are back for the big tour, the big event of the morning. Who are you looking forward to, Shruti?
Yashan on Dolce Vita, of course. Who are you looking forward to?
Well, yesterday's performance by Kendall on Hash was excellent. It was the first time he was doing the big tour. Something to look forward to today. And I think we have three top riders in that competition. We have Yashan, we have Neil, and we have Kiran. So it's going to be a close one. So we're ready to get started with the big tour day 2. I have the course designer, Mr. Josef Meyer from Germany. He's going to be telling us a little bit about the course.
Dear friends from India, I try to build a course friendly in the class, of course. We start from the right hand along the tribune at number 1, small oxer, a long way to number 2, a vertical. Then we crossed the arena with obstacle number 3, right oxer. Then we riders say a rollback to number 4. It's in the class before we come from the right hand, and now we come from the left hand. We go into the line 4, 5 with 5 strides. Then we have a comfortable way to number 6A and B. The riders can choose a short way, long way, and a free way to the combination. Then we turn left to number 7, the yellow vertical. Then we go in a broken line into the second combination. You have seen the first combination is from the right hand, the second combination from the left hand. Then after the blue combination, we turn left. The riders can choose long or short way to number 9, and then turn right to the combination to the obstacle number 10. And after the number 10, we go in this case to the triple bar from the right hand before we go from the left hand, and then a long way with 7 or 8 strides to number 12, the water jump in the direction of the restaurant. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a successful course, and I hope we can start immediately.
Okay, so in terms of the course, which do you feel are the tricky lines or the tricky jumps? Something for our riders to be careful about, something where you're testing them?
Of course, you have seen yesterday and today you can get on nearly every obstacle fault, but you have to be concentrated for the line, the way to the obstacle, and that's, I think, the tricky. The answer ask me, I have to tell you what's the trick in this course. You have to be successful on every obstacle. Thank you.
Fantastic. So our course designer, Mr. Josef Meyer from Germany, giving us an insight of the course. He says not one jump is tricky, but all of them are. So great news for our riders. They need to be focused on every single jump. We saw yesterday was very open courses, very encouraging for the riders. Today we're seeing it a little more technical. We saw some of the riders struggle in the first event, which was the medium tour. Now we move on to the big tour. 6 entries. We're going to get started with yesterday's winner, Yashan Khambatta on Dolce Vita, representing ARC Mumbai.
Okay, I'm going to ask you the same exact thing that I asked you last time. How many clear rounds do you think we're going to have?
I would love to say 50% of the riders, but we will have to wait and see. But I think 2 or 3 will be a good number. again, these are different horses as compared to the first competition. I think these are definitely some of the most experienced show jumpers in South India. So it will be a challenging course. And we start with jump number 1 going down for Dolce Vita. It is a speed class, but the riders will have to be careful in terms of not getting too many penalties on the course, because that will be the deciding factor. Only the riders with equal penalties will the time be considered. Yeah, he's riding with a good amount of momentum. You can see the speed is quite forward. Gets close into 6A and big out of 6B. Nicely done. I guess just a little unlucky on the first fence, but it's going through the course nicely. The 2-stride combination at 8 coming up.
8A down, 8B down. So far he's picked up 12 penalties.
Over 9, this is a very interesting line coming up from 10, 11 and 12. I don't think he's pushing too much for the time, but if there were any riders who were going for the time, this would be a very interesting turn. Approaching the last fence.
Almost
Gets lucky.
vertical. Yeah.
Gets lucky on that. 3 fences down for Yashan Khambatta on Dolce Vita.
87.90 seconds.
So he's good on the time. Time allowed is 90. 90 seconds is the time allowed. Next in the arena, Kiran Akhade on Geronimo. He was placed 3rd yesterday in the big tour day 1. Let's see if he can go better today. He had a nice round on Chicago, non-competitive round in the previous event, the medium tour. He's got a feel for the ground, for the light, for the jumps. Let's see if he can pull one out of the bag on Geronimo.
He doesn't seem like he's rushing it, right?
Not at all. I think he's going to go for the clear round. Of course, this horse has plenty of experience. It's a beautiful 13-year-old, all the way from Ireland, and jumping together for the last 4.5 years. Had to hunt a little bit for that distance between 4 and 5, but made it through. Nicely through the combination at 6.
Very pleasant to watch.
Yeah, the first half of the course was in control. He was riding very cautiously. Now he's picking up the pace a little bit more. Does it all the way to the right-hand side of the combination. Got on the right lead now. Nicely over 9. Only a few more jumps to go for Kiran Akhade on Geronimo. For a moment I thought he's going to go between the jumps, but that would be incredibly difficult if someone did. Nicely over the triple bar, got a little close. Is it going to be our first clear round? No.
No, it's not.
That was so
90.54, so 1 time penalty and 4 jumping penalties, so 5 total penalties.
That was so unlucky. He gave it a good whack, so it went down, but just miscalculated the takeoff a little bit, took it down with the front legs. But a fantastic round by Kiran Akhade on Geronimo, getting things on track for the big tour, day 2. Next rider in the arena, Vijay Shiva on Champaigner, representing the HNY Equestrian Academy from Delhi.
We'll have to see if he's going to give us a clear round and taste champagne today.
Well, he's certainly in the running. He was placed 4th yesterday. Had a good round. I think that was probably one of the first few rounds he's done on this horse. So should have a lot more confidence going in today. I'm told this is a young horse. He's only 8 years old. He's done a good amount of eventing in the UK. So a horse with plenty of potential. Got through the first 3 jumps nicely. There's a touch on 4. Through the related distance between 4 and 5. You could see the difference. You could see Kiran actually going for the stride, and this time Vijay Shiva backing off a little bit, giving his horse that additional stride in between. He is really looking like a contender, Vijay Shiva on Champaigner.
Less than 5 penalties, that's what he should aim for.
Well, he's moving at a good speed, so I don't think he's going to have an issue with the time, but he has to be a little bit careful about not having a fence down. 3 more jumps to go.
Nicely done.
Has the line between 11 and 12, and he's actually cutting it
Very
a little
close.
bit slow. Yeah,
Mm.
he's going to have time faults.
More than 5. Clear round, but he's picked up about
10 time penalties. So no jumping penalties, but unfortunately 10 time penalties for Vijay Shiva on Champaigner. That puts him in 2nd place at the moment.
Kiran still taking the lead with 5 penalties. Let's see if Ali on Mufasa representing URB is going to change that.
Well, if he has a clear round, he's definitely the king of the jungle. We'll wait for a few seconds. Ali Lakdawala on Mufasa. Yeah, he had a very nice round yesterday. Built up well from the previous Surge Equestrian League where he did the medium. Taking on the big boys now in the big tour.
Ooh, safe there, very lucky.
Lucky on 3. But then we saw the same jump helping out Yashan Khambatta in the medium tour. It stayed in place. Big over 4, has to be careful on the distance to 5, and it
Pulls
goes down. You could almost see the distance going a little bit wrong the way he jumped in at 4, but on fence down. If he can,
Keep all the poles intact for the rest of the course
yeah, and if he
and
does,
be within time, then he can still win.
well, he can go into the lead, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Winning, we still have some time to go. Big into 8A, nicely through 8B. Looks to be okay on time at the moment. He's definitely a few seconds faster than the previous riders.
3 more fences to go.
He was looking for the takeoff point at 9. That is an intimidating jump because it's a big oxer with a filler at the bottom.
I think he's going to have a couple of time penalties.
He's going to have quite a few time penalties by the looks of things.
90 seconds is the time allowed, and he has completed that course in 99.16. So 10 time penalties and 4 jumping penalties, so 14 penalties.
Wow, I didn't expect so many riders to have time penalties. It's quite common to see when a rider has a refusal that the time penalties add up. But these guys are going through.
We have Neil Kendall on hash, representing Surge Stable in the arena currently. He had a very, very nice round. Definitely didn't look like he was making his debut in the big tour yesterday.
Yeah, he was placed 2nd. just
Seem-
behind Yashan.
Seemed very comfortable yesterday.
And this is a horse which is well suited for the speed class. We've seen them win many a speed class in the past. So, by the looks of things, to get through within the time allowed itself is a speed class. So, let's see how they do.
And they've really invested on this relationship. He's built it slowly from scratch.
Nicely through the first 3 fences. Really looks for that big stride just before the takeoff. Gets enough momentum going. Another oxer coming up. Okay, so read the distance nicely between 4 and 5. We've seen some of the riders struggle with related distances.
As I was saying, he seems really comfortable.
Gets close to 6A, but not a problem. Beautifully ridden through the 1 stride combination at 6.
Oh, pole down at 8B.
Yeah, he had a bit of a short takeoff into 8A. Made it tough at the second element of the combination. Knows he's got to make it in time now.
Safe there.
Safe there. Now he needs to go into jump off mode.
Just one more to go. Picks up 5 time penalties, 94.01, and 4 jumping penalties. Totally 9 penalties.
Yeah, so 5 time penalties and 4 jumping penalties. Total 9 for Neil on hash. You can see, I think, when he realized when he was over jump number 9 that he was going to be tight on time, he almost went into jump off mode and made up some of it. And the last rider we have in the competition is Yashan Khambatta on Lord Stakulensky. Again, all the pressure on the last rider to give us a clear round.
Well,
Lord
let's remind our viewers that he was the last rider in the previous category as well, and he won that.
Yeah, this is nice because Lord Stakulensky is probably one of the most experienced show jumpers in South India. We saw him do a fantastic round in the master class at the last Surge Equestrian League at a height of 140 in the pouring rain, and he did that clear. So based on that, today should be a walk in the park, but we will find out very soon.
We can see him warming up in the arena.
So the heights of today's big tour competition go up to 1.30 meters. He's got a few minutes.
So far, I don't think we've had any clear rounds.
Well, we did. I think we had one clear round with time faults. So that was, no jumping penalties, but the time definitely added up. But
In the lead is Kiran Akhade. He's completed that course in 90.54 seconds with 4 jumping penalties. So
so he had 4 jumping penalties and 1 time penalty at 5, followed by Neil Kendall. He is in 2nd place. Vijay Shiva on Champaigner in 3rd. Yashan Khambatta currently in 4th place on Dolce Vita. And Ali Lakdawala on Mufasa. So it is pretty close. We have one more rider to go.
I'm joined by one of our judges all the way from joining us from Hungary. Talk to us, how has your experience been in India so far?
Yeah, it's so present here. It's all the people are so nice to us, and it's really a great experience and a very great feeling here in India. This is my second time. 2 years ago I have been in Bombay, so that was also very nice, and this is a little bit different region, but very nice, pleasant temperature, everything. People are really nice, and also the facilities and the surrounding and everything very great here.
How do you like Surge? How do you like this facility?
Yeah, it's really great. I think I have to say that it really meets the international standards. I mean, from Western European standards as well. So it's really good that the Indian riders can train here, can compete here, because they can have the feeling of how an international competition runs. And I suppose that they can learn a lot out of these courses, because it's really tricky. There is always some questions. They have to discover it, and they have to have a plan how to cope with it, and this is very important because it can help also in the future training, that what they have to practice.
Did you get to try some Indian food so far?
Of course, every time, every morning, noon, and in the evening we taste or we eat only Indian foods. Yeah, my approach is that if I go to abroad, I always go for the local stuff, because that's the way how I can taste the authentic ones. I mean,
I hope you have a wonderful rest of the stay. Thank you so much for joining us.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dr. Chabo, PhD. He is the president of the ground jury. And a little bit more about him. He's an associate professor and the head of department, Faculty of Agricultural and Food Sciences and Environmental Management, the Department of Animal Nutrition and Physiology. So he's got a really good understanding of the health of the horses, how to keep them in top shape. And of course, he says he loves to go for international competitions, be on the ground jury and judge the events. So it's really a pleasure to have him here.
What a beautiful day. Perfect weather for show jumping. We're just giving Yashan a couple of minutes so that he can give us his best. Maybe even a clear round.
So I have with me Freya Deshmane. She was placed second in the medium tour. Tell us a little bit about your experience, what you thought of the course, and how it went today.
The course was really nice. Course was really nice. It was really technical, which means we really had to ride every single corner, every single turn. But super happy with how my horse felt today.
Bit unfair to have your coach come out and beat you when he comes in last, and he's trying to repeat the same thing here, going in last in the big tour as well.
Honestly, you get used to it.
Yeah, he tends to do that to a lot of people, doesn't he? Now with Lord, what do you think Yashan's going to be aiming for here? Clear round would clinch this as well for him.
Yeah, I'm sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see when he goes in.
Right, he's taking his time warming up, Dhruv. He's really taking a long time to warm up. Let's hope that the wait is worth it.
I think when you're doing these heights, you want to be spot on in terms of your warm-up, in your mental state, physical state. You need to be ready. The last thing you need to do is approach a meter 30 jump, not knowing whether the horse is working with you 100%.
I think a quick reminder that he made us wait for a long time before that masterclass last month. And we all know how that turned out. So
Yeah, he's just starting to build up the fences in the warm-up arena. He will make them a bit bigger because in the arena the heights are at meter 30. He'd want to get his horse working nice and forward. He's got the warm-up going, and I can tell you with the heights it's not going to be a problem with Lord Sakalensky. Did the meter 40 masterclass in the last month's Surge Equestrian League. But today seems like the timing is quite tight. They're going to be very careful about not getting any time faults. And of course, the most important thing about today's event, keep all the fences up.
and Yashan is done with his warm-up. Our final rider for the Big Tour Day 2 is entering the arena. Yashan Khambatta on Lord Staklinski representing ARC.
I hope it was worth the wait. Still looking for our first clear round in the Big Tour. The heights at meter 30. To win this competition, he needs to complete it within 4 jumping penalties. I think by watching the previous riders, he knows that time is certainly an issue. I think 3 of the riders in this event have had time faults. That has been a challenge.
This is his second ride for the day, so he knows the complications of this course, so hopefully that helps him out.
We will wait and see. Yashan Khambatta on Lord Staklinski representing ARC Mumbai, ready to start his Big Tour Day 2.
Big jumps definitely not an issue for Lord.
Yeah, over jump number 1, 2 and 3. Uh-oh. I think he's lost his way. He's lost his way. I think that was maybe jump number 4 in the previous round. That was not jump number 4 in this round.
Or he maybe really wanted to give us the quickest round possible.
Well, time was not the issue. Unfortunately, doing the wrong jump results in elimination for Yashan Khambatta and Lord Staklinski. So that brings us to the end of Big Tour Day 2. We'll wait for the judges to give us the official numbers.
We have the results for the Big Tour Day 2. At rank number 5, we have Ali on Mufasa. Rank number 4, we have Yashan on Dolce Vita. Rank number 3, we have Vijay on Champagne. Rank number 2, we have Neil on Hash. Rank number 1, we have Kiran on Geronimo. We will be back live at 10 o'clock. The first rider for the Small Tour Day 2 will be in at 10:05 a.m. I'll see you then.